From New Englandville studio, good morning and welcome to the last edition of the program Good Morning Salute. We come to you for this week for the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, now April 17, 2026, and we bring this program come to you this Friday morning. My name is Chengno Jalo.
And my name is Yeno Kabia. Good morning. Inside the program today, the President Julius Madabio say the workaway in Goduna PC and Son, the Abbas farm inside Lokomasama Chiefdom Post-Local District. Now part of in government efforts for show the world is support where in government don't they give to the private sector for invest by the feed salon program. The chief economist na the Ministry of Finance, Almami Bangura, say under the extended credit facility program where salon gets with IMF now, salon will benefit about $40 million if the country do the right thing. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go look inside the condition the way the opposition APC party don't present to the international moral guarantor them for make them return back to governance.
Well, this plus other stories them day inside the program. Good morning, sir. They come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Members in a York Metal Group, the sponsor of the Democracy for bringing the program country empowered by AfriCell. You can also get to on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Or you get through we partner stations them right across the country. You listen to it live from Radio Shalom 89.5 in Akona Duga and Falaba District, Radio Malin 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 in Apuja District, Radio Colenten 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kailaun, Vopad Radio na Watalun, Voice of Sando Radio 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Advocacy Radio Potloko District, Radio Katsbame 106.7 at Onkolimba, Heart FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio 107.5 na Tongo inside Kenema. The program na Good Morning Salon. Yourself within house can be part of the program by where I go send the contributions to the number 0779819810 or follow the conversation of Radio Democracy Facebook page and YouTube page. Drop a comment now the comment section as later inside the program. You go take then comments then the way you don't send towards the program. The program na Good Morning Salon they come to you every Monday to Friday on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM.
Cheryl, before we take any material inside the program, the lights business is serious.
Like really serious one for register with disappointment to the authority we supposed for give you lights when the electricity distribution supply authority.
And so it's the Ministry of Energy, the minister Mr. Grant, don't the grants we lights. People and so now greater surprise 98.1 Ayauka iron this morning Ayauka iron. Doazak no get lights, New England no get lights, Brookfields no get lights, Eastern, some partner Eastern and no get lights. It's so heart-rending. You are big with a big.
Honestly speaking, this don't be for the last 24 hours now. No explanation from the authority as they can do for other community.
Explain nothing.
Yesterday we sleep awake from blackout. We can't iron our office here. So
today back now the same thing. We can't iron back now office.
However, we want to call on the authority for look inside this concern as community people. Plenty time don't they complain and say New Englandville, Doazak and Brookfields. These are important areas them where they host many government offices them. So one for make the authority look inside and concern. It about grant. I remember there was a headline on the newspaper where they say grants just the grants with blackout.
Not true. Just the grants with blackout. They are you really need for watch inside this. You really ask them in people then can iron. All our different community, people in the sofa, people in the cook food, in the poil because of these lights. Do you are not big with a big? Do you are now this morning I have iron? Yesterday back I have iron. They are grants. For grants we.
You know they move forward with the program. I hope see the authority them way they in charge go do yearly with concern. However, when I give you explanation as to what the reason for the blackout, that one there I think see give for prepare people in mind better one. We will continue with the program.
Well, inside the program now we start to look at issues them. Magistrate Julian Meyi na Pademba Road Court number 5 don't send 129-year-old Moses Kandesise when a truck driver for go 7 months in prison for sake where in broke traffic law, no get driver license, drive carelessly and self do other thing. Well, for more on this, make we listen to reporter Fatou Bagba.
Section 101 of the Road Traffic Act of 2007 Section 5 of the same Act, and Section 3, subsection 1 of Salon Law inside 1960, now law them, where they ensure traffic regulation and road safety. And the lawyer, same way they tap the kind of a way. Our driver and rider them, they drive motorcar careless one at treat, and they drive motorcar and bike them, we no license, and safe, motorcar that we not get third party insurance risk. Plenty time. Police on the all and charge na court driver and rider them. We don't the police law. One part them people here, now 129-year-old Moses Kanikesi say, we police been charged with 5 counts charge of careless and inconsiderate driving, driving a vehicle without third-party insurance risk, driving an unlicensed vehicle, and other charge them. And this don't make the defendant when a Moses Kanikesi say don't turn up na court for answer to them charge ya. And according to police, Thursday, March 12 this year, na the Peninsula Road, Juba Hill, the defendants been a drive one Mercedes-Benz truck we get registration number ASH603 and he drive careless one a road and the motorcar self not been get license. But when the court clerk read and explain this charge to the defendant talk say in guilty of all wetin the police don't charge him for. And after we no answer to this charge, Magistrate Julia Blow, wey dey sit down for this matter na court number 5, tell the court say even where the defendants no waste the court in term by way how in grip on this allegation, in talk say for violate traffic rule na bad thing and it dey come with serious danger to other driver and rider them and even ordinary people wey dey waka na street. We make him say he no go take this matter make am play because him say he go get for do with life. We make Magistrate Julia Blow sentence the defendant to 7 months na prison and in talk say this could be example to other driver and rider them we go want for violate traffic rule. And from Magistrate Court number 5, we go na High Court number 1, Usai Abdul Pakar wey police been alleged inside 2024 say in killing girlfriend Sia Fatou Kamara. We make in on a team up na court for charge when a murder. And this case don't they continue. Usai in each term where the defense lawyer Emmanuel Teddy Koroma been tell the court say they go need the defendant in phone for check some message them where the defendant and the deceased person been they get that time when they are alive. Where according to this go help for make them find out how the relationship between the deceased and the defendants been tangled, if them be get plaba or they not been get plaba. And term be reach where the defense lawyer Emmanuel Teddy Koroma tell the court say then they get challenge for get the phone, even when the court be don't order say for make the CID give them. And with the help of the court, the CID inside Wednesday 15 April this year don't give the defendant in phone to the defense team. And the lead defense lawyer Emmanuel Teddy Koroma say now that they don't get the phone, then go want the IT department and the judiciary for come na court and help them for pull a message here and for show the court. And Emmanuel Teddy Koroma same way tell the court say dem go need time for plan better one and ready for give them defense. The same way dem go can show them message here na court. And Justice Ganda wey dey sit down for this matter after wey don listen to the application wey the defense make, and decide for give them more time and tell them say for come April 29 and continue the matter. As the court go sit down back on this matter inside April 29, Radio Democracy go continue for give updates for the status of this matter. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Fatou Nyangiji kwa the report.
You listen to a good morning salary come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. From that report, and I call to come back now broadcasting of New Englandville, and as we tell you earlier on today in the program, we look inside the concern them with APC, all the conditions with the All People's Congress APC party present to the international moral guarantors them for make their return back to governance. And for can get this discussion done with tune at the studio this morning, we get to be a member from the publicity APC publicity team with Abdul Karim Kamara. In the program they tell about them condition as well been present to the international moral guarantors for make them return back to governance, you know.
Well, for that, we want to welcome Anna the studio. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
It's a pleasure being here, you know. Juma Mubarak to the entire Muslim Ummah, this country, and the one within the heart of this country.
Okay, continue for the with we. We'll take another material, then we'll come back to you. The Deputy Minister of Health 1, Professor Charles Senesi, don't call on Paramount Chief them for get strength to them, by law them, for discourage belle woman them, not for born na us. In talk, this is one engagement with the expanded program on immunization and the Ministry of Health be all with Paramount Chief them on the 300 days of activism. Well, for more on this, make we listen to a reporter, Karifa to Conte.
0 those children, we mean say, all pikin and salon for get full dose of the maclates. With this, now one pan the key components them. Pan the 300 days of activism, where government through the Ministry of Health be launch this BNTM for CC, no belle woman die, anytime and go born hospital, and self tap the way pikin them under 5 they die in the country. For sake of this make, the expanded program on immunization at the Ministry of Health do all engagements with Paramount Chief them for join in and promote maclate business in the country. The Deputy Chief Medical Officer Clinical Services at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mustafa Kaba, talk more about this engagement.
So the community, the chief, una your role and what to the big una for. Now for make una help for spread this message. Una gather una people in our community after this meeting. Una talk to una people. So now make, if you understand the message you give, so you say give the exact message. If me go to a community now, I begin talk to the people and then listen to myself. But if you go, you say me now the chief now this I don't hear it, and now this what you do now. Then you listen like when my brother say they able fight Ebola with the chief them. Now the same thing we do now. I'll go for achievement with all.
The United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, now one pan the development partner them, where don't they support governments in the well body sector, especially for pikin in the country. Make the UNICEF representative, Awa Samaki, talk about the importance of vaccine.
Vaccines are safe, vaccines are effective, they save lives. Let us therefore work in unity to protect our children and ensure a healthier and more productive future for our communities. This initiative must not be seen as a long-time campaign. It's a continuous and systemic effort to address operational challenges such as supply gaps, missed opportunities, and weak referral system that place women and children at risk.
Where in the talk for secondary engagement with Paramount Chief them, the Deputy Minister of Health 1, Professor Charles Senesi, been called on Paramount Chief them for get rank to them by law them for sake of any belle uma where they born a house and self not take them picking for maclades.
You, the Paramount Chief them, who they are today, are very impressed with the turnout. We hope so now we'll take this message with a revamp with commitment to make sure we take the picky, we encourage them, we get bylaws there. We work all over Sierra Leone, every chief they get bylaws there. But there is a law everywhere in this country, say woman not for born house. A very important will take the woman they go to hospitals because as they born, they give them the first vaccine, that picky the first vaccine, the BCG. So it's very important to protect the picky them when they born and make sure to the woman they go to hospital to make sure they receive the adequate care where they need.
Where in the talk on behalf of incumbent Paramount Chief them, the regional chairman Northwest, now the National Council of Paramount Chief, PC by Kompa Bomboli III, be assured say, them as Paramount Chief go work with government for see say the EPTAP maternal and child deaths in the country.
So we assure the government through the ministry that in as much as well body business, maclate business can, we go do with utmost for commit yourself and end illness of whatever kind way we suspect for make we cooperate and we always continue to cooperate for end and within the shortest time frame. We go use the last tools where we must see that whosoever the traditional has the honest thing will always work together and we assure them of the fullest cooperation we deserve for make we always work hand in hand and see that this country always remain top of everything and we always try for any outbreak when they come towards this country as well.
PC by Kompa Bomboli III end up assured say after this engagement, then go on and different chiefdom them and encourage belle woman and comrade them for the born hospital and self go to them picking for maclades. For Radio Democracy, Mina Karifa to contest the report.
Program where they listen to that Good Morning Salon. where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. You self get the opportunity for be part of the program by where you can send a text message to the number 077 981 981. Well, inside the program, as we read one power headline then today, say today inside the program, Radio Democracy, go look inside the condition them where the opposition APC party don't present to the international moral guarantor them for make them go return back now governance and waiting this mean for them and separating this mean for the country in democracy. Well, for sake of that, one for welcome again, Abdul Karim Kamara, when a member of the APC publicity team. Good morning once again. Welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, before we can talk about the meeting, them where we see the moral guarantor, then they be at song, they don't go. When them be all with different body, then they even meet with una. The APC party be get concerned for different in them. One way the concern we then get now, they all get for do with the appointment of the new ECSL boss, and other thing them when things say not on they go right and several and things say government they go against the tripartite recommendation them when them be agreed to. For sake of this, make the APC party been say they not go take part by governance until governments look at them concern here. The party being still sit down there, we see the moral guarantor and come they don't all meeting them. So before we talk about the meeting, they want to all with the moral guarantor. Honorable,
Why would I let for call me honorable?
maybe you go to parliament. You go to parliament one day.
Genuinely,
So,
I know ever want to be parliamentarian.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just don't like being a parliamentarian.
okay, so you go take me through APC still stand the position for say they're not returning to governance and waiting on the happen around that.
Firstly, the APC believes in dialogue. The APC believes in rule of law. The APC believes in quiet. The APC believes that this country belongs to all. Key among certain things who I want zero on are the fact that boycotting parliament is parliamentary. And in no way the showcase say you ready for stagnate governance or you ready for make things them go out of hands. Basically, when always parliamentarians then walk out of parliament or then boycott parliamentary sitting, it can born out of the fact say now because they don't disagree on fundamental things. And this is the way they can do them for make the entire country know say this set of people agree, but this other set of people not agree. And then it will provoke what you would call a roundtable discussion. So why would I not agree? When I advance reasons by why would I not agree? Is it really genuine? Why would I not agree? It really in the best interest of Sierra Leone? Why would I not agree? Or would I just want to do one because of pettiness? So that will provoke further questions. So APC for level boycott parliament really and councils. Now because we and governments we don't agree, but one thing, say that election will be up in 2023, it not be born good picking. And because it not be born good picking, and because we remember we don't come on, we no want to go there back again. But now we can agree and disagree at this table. So we go sit down at that table, we agree. But 8 thematic areas, so we call the agreement of national unity. But these 8 agreements they are we make. One agreement map the way we can always refer to as the elephant in the room. When recommendation 3. We say we for form a committee we then call the tripartite committee. We for review that 2023 elections and other elections that we don't get. So this committee don't meet and propound, in other words, and come up with 80 plus 4 recommendations. And amongst these 80 plus 4 recommendations, recommendation 36 say, for let we go forward so that we not go get a repeat of 2023 elections, anytime where the president pursuant to section 32(3) of the Constitution, where in day will not touch him. But before ever the president go rely on section 32(3) for appoint the electoral commissioner, they forget what to call a search and nomination committee. And this search and nomination committee, they can clearly define what in section 32(3) say, before the president they appoint the ECSL commissioner, I forget what to call consultation. I hope we understand this basis. And over the years, the word consultation don't become so subjective that everybody gets in your interpretation of it. Government in, government out, everybody gets in your interpretation of waiting na consultation. So we don't consider now say this consultation would again now a clear and a definitive meaning that this consultation now will be through the search and nomination committee, wherein competent Sierra Leoneans of a very, very clean track record will apply for be elections commissioners and chief or national returning officers. This committee go vet them, and at the end of the day, then they submit 3 competent Sierra Leoneans, where amongst them, the president now can rely on section 32(3) for appoint. But in this case, why is this they go on a parliament and we don't and the AG don't care go the constitutional amendments bill na parliament and it don't go through the first reading, sorry, pre-legislative hearing, first reading. I am made to understand say they don't even do second reading. Then the president circumvents recommendation 36 and go invoke section 32(3) and appoint Sylvester Alpha. But the point to the hammer home is this. We know they say the president not get the powers as provided for by law in the constitution extant. But we they say this particular provision, we don't make recommendations as to how you go evoke them. So, by all indication, let we wait, make we do what we're supposed to do. At the end of the day, it's still going to yield to the same result, that you still get your constitutional powers for appoint. And this is where the APC get this standoff.
So, lawyer AKK, yesterday we get the AG in a studio and they talk on this and say because the constitutional amendments in a parliament no agree for it and that recommendation for pick the search and nomination committee, they inside this proposed amendments say so now the reason that make the government not be able for use them and come and say let the president go use the 1991 constitution and appoint the new ECSL boss. Wait till I make up of that.
Genuinely speaking, the aging na like one person where they admire so much in level of intelligence, in calm and in smart approach to issues, so defining. What he say, I not go depart from him too much. That what he say is correct. That indeed the building a parliament no lie panam, and equally in that bill it captured the search and nomination committee who for create. But waiting the AG not say now that the president not in a hurry at all for appoint the ECSL boss, because Edmond Sylvester Alpha still the act and will not in a hurry. The question somebody go ask me is, this man they on what you call an acting capacity, and he don't almost act for over 6 months. So plus or minus, it is but necessary now for make we give him a full-time appointment or we change him. The truth is, not to in the first person where they on secondment. I know one name names. But even there are some people who even then at the forces where the time for retirement not reach. But they not touch date. You understand? Some people then they don't even done the time in office, they don't give them secondment. I know one name names.
So presidents will be done with and continue for
so that is the point. So president and we all as political parties not there in a hurry. Always till we be one to us, make we continue with the constitutional amendment. We pass these particular clauses will not fall under section 108 of the constitution, where we call them entrenched provisions. Waiting just require the 2/3 majority in parliament. We agree and disagree and get that bill settled. Then the search and nomination committee don't officially become an institution or a committee created by a legislation. And so, having done so, that particular committee, they go into work ASAP.
Okay, so when somebody they listen to you now and they listen to the other end, I mean, when at the government side or SLPP side, they always go realize, say, for sake of them concern, is make, I mean, the other side, when at the government or SLPP always refer to the APC as a crime baby. Due to the fact, say, inside the 2023 election, some time to the election, government make amendment to certain provisions and we go for the elections, so not cry foul. Now, you get more time to election, government they make amendments again, or they try to do something towards the election, and they cry foul again.
Genuinely, the APC, we not to crime babies. We don't even want a babysitter position. In fact, it becomes very, very, very uncomfortable and demeaning to read the APC when they refer to us as crying babies. No. Doesn't mean because we hold this constitution sacred and we protect this constitution by every means necessary. Now make we crying babies.
In this one, owner they do so now in the interest of the constitution.
Yes.
But president then they say president not violate the provision of the constitution.
Yes, somebody argue me on this, and I always say this. Yes, I get respect for lawyers by the number of standing. But the sooner you don't call to the bar, you don't become a lawyer. How can you able to create a niche for yourself? Now your appetite, your anxiety for read books, because the law is in the books. And so let me give you this joke. Me and Mike Brewer be in a TV. Now you tell me, say, all the lawyers, they don't meet up. But all this discussion, whether opinions from different seniors, he said, I mean, the first person we tell and say, President Trump violates the Constitution. I said, Mike. I said, what about in the SLPP? Said, they don't know that, Andy. Because the president don't violate the Constitution. And I equally say the same thing when the president make the incendiary statements, Nama Trujon. Say the president equally don't violate the Constitution. So what I am saying is this. When you look at section 40, subsection 4, and paragraph D of the 1991 Constitution, you clearly say the president violates the agreement of national unity. And so, I repeat, the president, by virtue of me and you two, will vote for him in this country, will give him a sacred duty that he get the right for enter into treaties, agreements for and on behalf of the state. And so go back and read that agreement. It was not captured the agreement between SLPP and APC. It was an agreement titled the agreement between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress Party. So the question you ask yourself is this: who is constitutionally empowered to enter into agreements for and on behalf of the state? It happens to be the president.
I see don't take the narrative somewhere else, but we'll come and we'll continue with that one. They leave we go for a commercial break quick. 8 o'clock now the program now.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody elect you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office elect you not get the account number. Buy Ed-Salite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
Cecil, do you know any shop usa I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin use it. It no one day give me problem. Na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they a buyer. Not to copyright Palestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Palestino don't open Palestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077 80 5898. Palestino, Palestino International in Computer Shop, all team Dede for you.
Bloomberg digital banking don't come for we.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Na bank they run go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abule fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Na so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom any side na the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital.
Aha! Aisatu Bloomberg Digital.
Yes, na me name. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Bingo! Waiting you dey wait for. Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit we website bloombankafrica.com.
No left piano, cause Bloomberg Digital they make you bank
with Colats. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
Program where you listen to now. Good morning, salute. They come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. We bring this program country this morning. My name na Chengno Jalo.
My name na Yeno Kabia.
Okay, we come back to studio guest honor. I want for colleague again, Honorable AKK. But this not to the Honorable Member of Parliament AKK. I guess now the same name. I guess so we can tend for confuse. Exactly. However, we'll come back to the discussion. In the earlier position, you self attest the president not violates no provision inside the 1991 constitution. As the discussion they go further, you also come and say president don't violate section 44D in the 1991 constitution. Who you stand at this point?
No, Mr. Jallo, except if you misread here, sir. As a president violates section 40, subsection 4, paragraph D of the 1991 Constitution. However, as a president acts and rely on the provisions of section 32.3 of the 1991 Constitution. You understand and clear now? So, in as much as it violates section 40, subsection 4, paragraph D, it equally rely on section 32.3.
Justify for you why you say violate section 40, subsection 4,
paragraph D.
Yes, justify.
It simply means because he is the fountain of honor, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Republic of Sierra Leone and the supreme executive of this country, now in we give the right for enter into agreement, treaties, conventions for and on behalf of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And now, the agreement we are talking about here, the agreement of national unity, was between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress Party. So now, when you talk about the government of Sierra Leone, you are talking about who? The first gentleman. Now, in we give that rights. So now, in they enter into agreements then for and on behalf of this country. So, therefore, anytime you enter into an agreement for and on behalf of the state, you get what we call the moral obligation for domesticate that agreement or rectify that agreement and make it applicable. Therefore, at the time the agreement of national unity was signed, there was a functional government in this country led by His Excellency, the retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio. And in that particular agreement, there was an Attorney General and Minister of Justice representing government, who by all indication is the principal legal advisor to the government. And so, based on all these variables being intact, advise government for make we go into this agreement on behalf of the state. And so, having done this, it behoves now government to take in this agreement to Parliament for rectification. So whilst that was not done, it's of no obligation to APC. Because APC not to we na government will for take this bill na Parliament for ratification, it's now rests solely in the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice for take this particular agreement to Parliament for ratification. So breaching that particular moral responsibility of taking this agreement to Parliament is where I start to fault the government.
According to
Am I making sense here? Yeah. Clearly put, right? Okay.
So according to you, don't explain because when we get to the AG yesterday, the AG been say they don't go this document at Parliament. When one will be agreed to, and you say government, nobody no be there in a rush for pick the new ECSL boss. But the AG self argue yesterday say then government not sign no agreements with APCC, then will suspend the 1991 constitution. So now make them go then use the 1991 constitution whilst this proposed amendments of this constitution still in a parliament for like member of parliament they look inside.
And you remember I tell you just one thing again. I say AG na one pan the very few people in this country that admire his calm approach to issues and in level of intelligence. What he say again, I say, say nothing will not true. Government and APC no ever go into an agreement for suspending 1991 constitution. That is not true. So AG is correct.
So why when I get concerned in using
now let us go. This is how I want you to understand this discussion today. Okay. Waiting AG not talk, now that government gets a moral obligation for making sure that agreements the way they don't enter into, it come into fruition, it come into reality, or it come into being, as to having this agreement pending, and when these agreements they already anchor on certain provisions we're already there in the constitution, we will feel say a problem, we not for go on, then you say, oh, where's the agreement they are ongoing? Let us still rely on these challenging provisions. That is what the AG didn't say. And that is what I am here to say. That in as much as we not go into any agreement for suspending 1991 constitution, equally so, we not go into any agreements as to, as to making sure that Kone continue, Sylvester Alpha continue as the ECSL boss. But what we go into agreement for, we and government, now that we not they appoint again commissioners and the national returning commissioner or officer without that person going through the search and nomination committee. This was what we agreed on.
Okay. Okay, let me.
Are we understanding these things?
Okay, let me take you back to we start after the 8 o'clock break. You say President don't violate the 1991 Constitution because it failed for domesticate in and they have to domesticate this particular agreement. But here we are say international treaty then they say for government we don't sign from 2012 now this bench and then they rectify them
or
domesticate them. So it's too early for not too early for the judge.
So the question now you ask, the question now you ask is that when we signed this agreement for national unity and subsequently the tripartite recommendations, and now with the AG don't allude to the fact say indeed some provisions in the tripartite recommendations were now captured in that constitutional amendment bill. The question I want to ask Mr. Jallo, you and that particular constitutional amendment bill, now APC can go to Parliament.
Not the government, not the government. Parliament.
So that is
but
not
then in a one way AG accepts so go to Parliament, then consult, and he left with member of Parliament for watching. So talking about member of Parliament, so, get APC, get LPP.
So that is what I am saying, So it was equally on the part of government for take the agreement of national unity as well as the tripartite recommendations na Parliament for ratification. It's not going to come from us anymore. We don't do we own part of the business. Like how you say no more. Governments don't enter into so many conventions internationally. Like for instance, the Convention on the Child Rights Act. You understand? The Geneva Convention on the Child Rights. Now Geneva can domesticate an saloon? No. Now the government of Sierra Leone, after we don't go enter into that agreement, come we ratify them and try for domesticate them.
But you also the argument from government say, Chief Minister said to implement almost 100% of what's in this agreement, the agreement for national unity.
When people mention Chief Minister to me, I always work in na radio, people can ask me why you always they laugh first before they answer.
Why you laugh?
Yes, always people can ask me this question. The reason is I can understand the exuberance of the Chief Minister. I can understand that he's just coming into administration for the very first time, although he's a very lucky young man, that instats leadership at a very, very sensitive positions, while some of we start from a kindergarten point and would go through the ranks. So that's the difference between him and some of us. Income straight mainstream lock. Minister, chief innovator, chief minister. So, but again, there's one thing he's lacking. He not really understand too much of administration, with all due respect to him. With no,
why you say that?
With no attempt to demean him. You don't run a government via Twitter and saying things that are completely not true. And you cannot be so arrogant and talking to people in that way as if everybody they under you control. To some extent, communication deserves some decency, not so, respect, not so. You know why my parliamentarians and say they need to sit down and talk to me, chief minister again? You not treat them fairly. You not talk to them with respect. You not talk to them like people who deserve respect. And so then back say, no, this kind of person, we need to talk to her, we need to sit down with her again at table. So that is beginning to tell you that he's lacking certain vices. There's some ineptitude that in his administration he not gets. I admire him as a young man. I'm not the jealous and for the positions that we don't carry in life. Everybody gets in luck in life. But I am beginning to realize that he has to learn more and continue to understand exactly how politics works. Okay. You understand?
Okay.
So for me, what he said with regards that 100% of the agreement of national unity has been done 100% is completely untrue. Now the argument is this, and this is common sense. You don't really need rocket science for this. The agreement of national unity gets 8 pillars. And amongst those 8 pillars, we get what we call the 3rd pillar, which is the composition of a tripartite committee. Now the question I will ask, was the tripartite committee composed? Yes. Is it that the recommendations of the tripartite committee have been fully implemented? The answer is no. And according to a matrix we share, amongst those 80 plus 4 recommendations that were submitted to government, only 10% have been done. Not also easy. 9% undone, and 52% ongoing. According to your matrix, can you say you've implemented everything? Common sense. Let us be honest to ourselves. Can you say you've done anything, everything?
AKK, continue for the week in the program.
No,
when we come back to you, we can talk about the meeting name where APC don't begin all, whether all with the moral guarantor them and serve the face-to-face meeting we are all with the vice president and the international moral guarantor for sake of participation in governance. The program will continue inside the program now. Not time for we take break.
Not to know the pressure me. Not to know the pressure me.
Hey! They don't do them all, they don't do them. Then talk them, then do them. How them talk about them bang, now so then they. Or 50 or your T1.
Well, Skololo, who that they don't do them again?
Now PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the number 1 foreign exchange bureau in the country, they give all them customers them 1% cashback for every transaction where they make through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA.
Na indon so?
Not so indon so, nice K. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, don't 1% the game. This to them to fufu or kokoroma 1% semu, where before Jacko Kotiai, it don't ferembe. This 1%, it can for cantinap get. So you will get famul, paddy, or business partner where they send for you money through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA. Run go now any PC and Son shop where they all about the country. For you where they free tongue, PC and Son shop they now 16 Godrich Road Lumley, 59 Wellington Street, 31 Guard Street, 19 Fobe Road, 10 and 53 Sanya Bacha Street, 32A Wilkinson Road, 9 Couture Road, and 24 City Road Porty. For Waterloo Famulem, within a 9A Liverpool Street, Waterloo, for we Famulem where they upline, within a 76 Sky Corridor Road Corner, within a 5 Palmer Street Kabbalah, 54 Dambala Road Bow, within a number 4 Denby Street Kenema, 39 Robane Road Makeni, 137 Airport Ferry Road Lunge, Lagos Compound Kailaun, and 35 IDA Road, Gambia. Tell your neighbor say, PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the 1% the game.
You ready for change the face of agriculture in Sierra Leone?
Sierra Leone Chamber for Agribusiness Development, SLICAD, through partnership with government of Sierra Leone, they work for bring private investment inside the agriculture sector so that we go get more food, more work, and better life for all man. As one big promoter of the Feed Salon initiative, SLICAD they push for food security and job creation for reduce poverty and build inclusive growth. SLICAD they make sure say farmer them and agribusiness people get access to quality seed fertilizer and agrochemical on time and for affordable price. This na your opportunity. Join the movement where they transform agriculture, empower youth, and build one better Sierra Leone. Join SLICAD today and make we make history together.
Welcome back to the program. Good morning, salary. Come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we'll take one power line material. Musa President Julius Madab, you don't say the work away good on a PC and Sons Yabas farm inside Lokomasama Chief don't put local district na part of in government efforts for show the world the support when government don't give to the private sector for invest in the Feed Salon program. A talk this when go work at this particular place and we listen to Ademi Jackson as he be with President Bill and send this report for you. The program where they listen to now, which I beg your pardon, good morning, sir. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we producers in the try for bring that report, then we'll get we will capture up now the program. But for the meantime, we'll
take another story inside the program. Now we go na World Bank Usai Salon during the IMF World Bank Spring Meeting, where they don't all where they carry on now Washington DC for meet with leader them now the World Bank Usai and discuss different thing them we gets for do with the country economy and other one them. And according to the chief economist now the Ministry of Finance, Almami Bangura say under the extended credit facility program where Salon already they implement with IMF, then plan now for review this program and say if Salon do all the thing them waiting for do, the country go benefit but $40 million from the IMF under the extended credit facility program. Well, for more on this, make we listen to a reporter, Saptiu Kalon.
As Salon continue for meet and engage with the leadership of IMF, World Bank, and other partners of them, the chief economist na the Ministry of Finance, Almami Bangora, in our update, don't outline some of the different parts of them where Salon don't meet with, and the issue they will discuss where Salon go need as support.
Fiscal Affairs Department of the IMF, that they will meet with. And the Fiscal Affairs Department of the IMF, that they provide technical assistance on how government for raise revenue and how for spend money wisely. So usually we meet with them because we don't prepare back home before they come for certain of the technical assistance support what we need from the IMF on revenue and expenditure and public financial management issues. The government gets a budget, we don't prepare budget for 2026. If you look at the budget gets a revenue component, it gets an expenditure component, and it gets reforms, right? But mostly public financial management reforms and sectoral reforms. Now, so with the Fiscal Affairs Department of the IMF, we can meet with them and tell them which kind of technical assistance support we need, so that we're able to mobilize enough revenue.
Chief economists continue and say they may also meet with the IMF country team. Also, they look at the extended credit facility when a program we Salon already get with IMF and say the second review of this program done. And Salon they try for do the third review of this program. And if the country follow the right process them of the third review of the program, Salon will benefit $40 million financial support under the extended credit facility program.
The next people will be at the country team. So the IMF gets a team of about 5, 6 to 7 staff there. When they all working at this IMF and for work on Sierra Leone no more. And one person they work on fiscal issues, one person they work on monetary issues, one person they work on the external sector. Usually we meet them. We already get a program with the IMF. So we already get a program who implements all at the IMF we call the Extended Credit Facility, ECF. The first and second review of that program, the IMF executive will be doing approval last year, right around November, December, and they disbursed about $79.8 million after all that review they complete. So now we go on the third review. Now the third review will come for we'll discuss where we are in terms of the targets, them, the reforms say we say for implement. So now that one day we come first for start preliminary discussion. Immediately we done this meeting, we and the IMF they go back now return. We will continue those discussions for another 2 weeks because we want to let the third review go to the board in June. And when they go at the board in June, then we'll likely disburse once you go through another about $40 million to the economy of Sierra Leone.
Almami Bangura, chief economist na the Ministry of Finance, conclude say, with the current Middle East conflict, will affect plenty country them, International Monetary Fund, IMF leadership, not make any commitments yet to country them, if them for support them or not, because they don't know when the Middle East crisis get for last.
Well, then they think about it because the entire IMF by tell we they don't really know what they for do for countries because they don't know whether this work will continue for long or it will be short. If it's short, then we will come back to normal. Maybe they're not going to be in need. But if we continue persistently, then we'll come up with something for help low-income countries. A seminar the way they discuss about the impact of the war and experience sharing. So I've been here for good for listening how other countries and they respond to the impact of this Middle East war on their countries, and Salo also share your own experience. We also discussed about also how countries for raise revenue because now the problem with the world is development aid, they fall. Because of these 3 factors and more, you get for now rely on your own domestic economy.
From the IMF World Bank spring meetings na Washington, me na Saptiyo Kalon, the reports.
The program Good Morning Salon they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. They continue. We go back and take this headline material. Say President Julius Madabio don't see the work away and go down at PC and Sons Yabas farm inside Lokomasama Chief Don Potloko district na part of a government effort for show the world how in government and support private sector investment na the feed salon program. For more on this, we join Ademi Jackson.
If people can remember some time back inside 2023, one challenge where the country be the face, now the shortage of yabas na the market and self be expensive for buy. And the reason that because yabas not been there in the country. As report shows say, government they spend plenty copper for import yabas come na the country. Because of this reason, make government through the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security under the Feed Saloon program, we make one appeal to people na the private sector for invest in agriculture and begin producing them where salon people go eat. And one of them thing them here na yabas as na one important item where woman them can use for cook. One of them people them here we been respond to this call na PC and Sons Holding Limited will later be start yabas production na Lokomasama Chiefdom inside Potloko district. For know how this yabas farm don't turn like make President Julius Madabio Thursday, April 16 this year. Don't go work on a PC and Sons yabas farm na Lokomasama Chiefdom inside Potloko district. Where it talk, the general manager for PC and Sons Holding Limited, Mohammed Saw, start for talk about some of the things them what they don't do for push this yabas farm go before.
This year we do up to 70 hectares of yabas. We don't continue for increase the machine then at the farm, mechanization. We don't add some tractors then. We don't add 2 new irrigation systems for the extension. We will go see Ubayanda. We will go around the farm. We will go see clear land. We about 100 hectares. We also don't invest in the process in-house. We will show the power and the ministers and the honorable guests. The process in-house are for process yabas, Irish potato, and also corn, beans. So the process in-house get for process then 3 crops a day. We now PC agriculture, we believe say this not about feed salary no. Some of we don't get opportunity for spend time with you at the farm. We know say this agriculture not a politics business. This now your passion. This now for the pride of the people of Sierra Leone. This now for we self for able feed we self.
Mahish Nagwani, Chief Executive Officer for PC and Sons Holding Limited, explained about the reason why he decided to go into farming business.
When I started as a young age, 15, be trading as a afterwards in 2000 I start one factory and no say put buy raw material you put they get product they get all kind of fruit you get vegetable you get melon you get all things so all the raw material now God don't give me up now we know I use up so now I'm more interested in farming than even industry and even trading. The president don't tell me say no start with this palm tree business go start for do the plantation and now see because we give you all refinery we say we buy the oil from there on the plantation then we say which make una the buy now go make una your own now go grow up saying go give me as much land as you want now go grow up I say okay pa I take that challenge now how we all then I ask so all man for doing your small contribution for let me go before together not so we no more to go do farming all man get for do am.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security gets responsibility for implement the feed saloon when a government flagship program will make the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Henry Musa Parker, talk about the reason why he be decide for visit PC and Sons farm after when he take up office, but 3 years back.
When the party make me minister, that the first farm this one we can't tap because that's in the Yabas crisis be there. And that means that be 10 hectares. Then be pilots. Then we get 5 tons per hectare because the soil be acidic. Then we get all the challenges. And they been tell me say the plan now if we're able to get 60 tons per hectare, now we able profitable. Now I watch. I say when I did 5 tons right now, when I go able to succeed. Well, the good news from them, I believe say when they hit about 55 tons per hectare this year. We're really amazing. I don't the kind of these farms on year and day, not to 110, 210 even. So from the first 10, 5, I come, then make them 15, 50, now it don't go 70, but the extension, it don't be 170 where they get for do mains. And Yabas farm, if you get 100, over 100 hectare Yabas farm, any side that you want a big farm.
Inside in own talk, President Julius Madabio say PC and Sons Farm a demonstration of the feed saloon program as he say he do this worker for show the world the support where in government on the give to the private sector for invest in agriculture.
PC and Sons they have because we are giving land and they support them. When we talk say we dey produce food in this country, we make it clear not to government for produce. We say that the private sector they lead, we dey provide the environment, we go fend them in Padine, we go give them money. They always more efficient than government and they will produce food. Now, one of the first people then for Bruce we don't respond positively in another make and the kind of money. So today really now for sure the world and this country say the only way we will succeed are private sector and the public sector will join hand and we push and we don't say don't receive. So this is a very good example of private sector and public sector and when the community, parliament chiefs and everybody they are man and all. So we are not putting this game will grow and one day when I will see the maker talks that you're about to produce only produce in Sierra Leone.
President Bio also be used the opportunity for appeal to people in Lokomasama Chiefdom for support PC and Sons Farm and self be called on the international community for support the private sector.
I want to say big thank you and I want to make us support them fully. We are giving all the land for many plans so that we will be able to come over this morning. While they go over the world, they defend. So today, we don't say, I know it's done on this, but they can't see what you do and tell the world, say, this is the best way. And then can private sector for support, and then can private sector one of the community for support, and the one for many international community. The one that we want to help to develop genuinely, and then give them more money so that they will provide more support, more employment. Why when you do this, now for people to know, say, first when they talk of farming, when they say that there are more people that, who grow. Mr. Sabbath farm now, farmer. Now, we don't begin produce. So, now small, one by one, we will stop on the import.
President Julius Madabio and for tell thank you to PC and Sons Holding Limited for where they answer to in call for invest into the feed saloon program. As the president say, in government ready for support the private sector for invest inside the feed saloon program. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Good morning, Salon. They continue and where they bring come this edition. Me name na Kabia.
And me name na Chengo Jalo.
Let me come over to you, lawyer AKK. You don't explain what the constitution, the way we make APC, be say the take part and governance and all. And we see the moral guarantee so them they don't come na tongue. They don't meet with different body there. They don't meet with the APC party. So before we can talk about the different meeting, they want to already moral guarantee them. Seeing the moral guarantors them where una been grief for, governments been grief for make them look inside the thing them where inside the tripartite recommendation them for less some of the thing them where APC concerned about will be happen inside the 2023 election, not happen again. We don't see that they don't come out na tongue back when I don't talk to them and they don't meet with government. Waiting the party makeup of this way when I see the moral guarantee so they don't come they become at tongue for all different meeting. They wait to make up of them.
Of course, that the show say in this Sierra Leone belong to the global community, and that further assure we say so many things them, if not all, anything will happen at Salon, it capture the attention of the international community. So that again is a sign of relief. But fundamentally, this come with the moral guarantors and come now like part of the routine check. You understand? Before then council, the last come where they can. I remember one time where APC, where them be say, then they can pull President Bio, then put Samuel Kawa, people go full up the party office, where then be all some people, let me understand. You understand that time, that tension. So then just can come for can see how far we don't go with the implementation of the agreement of national unity and that of the tripartite. It's a routine visit. That's what I want us to zero on. It's a routine visit. And because of this routine visit, it can't just coincide, say, during this routine visit, it don't equally can meet again, the APC don't boycott governance in all elected offices. Born out of waiting again. These same tripartite recommendations, we don't send to government, who all don't agree on the 1st of July 2024, so they implement them to the latter. Are we making sense? So when they don't come, we don't put them before them, say, that thing they tried, they will be camper. Una remember, after 2023, we'll go into money for the agreement of national unity. We get this cross-party and government engagement. We'll get the 8 recommendations. Now we don't get the tripartite. Then in our government, they address them at a very slow pace. And as it is now, no significant inputs not happen yet. So the extent that even waiting we agree, but when are the elephant in the room, governments don't even boycott them, it don't circumvent them, it don't go the other way. And because of that, we self don't come out of governance. So
during una meeting, when they meet with una first now, una party office, before they go meet now, the face-to-face meeting with the vice president and other body, then our government, waiting at some of the specific things they want to be put before the moral guarantor, you say, this and this government don't do them, this and this government don't slow for do them.
Correct. When we meet with them, before we meet with we, they first meet with SLPP.
Okay.
So after I know meet with SLPP, I think so they come on a Tuesday, on a Monday, they meet with SLPP. They come over the weekend, Monday, they meet with SLPP, they meet with Tuesday. So when they meet with we give them a comprehensive report as to waiting governments don't do and waiting government not do. We equally tell them, say, waiting chief minister tweets say the agreement of national unity 100% implemented. It's completely untrue, and they mislead the people. And if you want to notice, even some of the engagement, the way they get to chief minister after they come out to week Tuesday, when they go Wednesday, you hear chief minister be the address and say, you know, get any regret for what he say, you know get any responsibility for what he say, and how possible go understand them. You understand in that somehow demeaning way. But what we try to tell the moral guarantors that we take time, we give them a categorical analysis as to waiting don't happen it, and waiting they can happen. And so that report was so enticing, so clear, you understand, that the people say, okay, now with all this one I don't give me, then we take them back to government. So then come back to government and can tell and say, waiting when I talk and waiting APC talk is different. No, number one, the composition of the steering committee. We tell them, say, wait, will we want to form the tripartite committee, not to be 7-7? They say yes. But why now if we don't form 7-7, now we say, we can implement. When I get 8 cabinet ministers, when I get different people that want to implement, even go look at how a recruiter will not sabi. Then the only people that were in the tripartite steering committee are 3 APC people. Is that fair? We'll put them before them. Okay. We'll come out there. We'll tell them, say, Una look, we don't go agree, say, we go, would they prepare a search and nomination committee where you go rectify this issue of this subjective interpretation of within a consultation. We not done it, they don't go appoint Sylvester Edmond Alpha. Is that fair? We'll put them back to them. We'll go forward. We say, hey, look a second. This not the census. We say, they say any data we will get less than 2 years to election, it not go inform boundary delimitation. Look how statistics they do. Now statistics don't embark on a secret society census activity. Understand that word? A secret society census activity. Now statistics don't tell me nothing. Even if we go to people and say, this pilot census, where then they do so we call this cartographic mapping. So your greatest dissatisfaction, my brother, I don't know if in your area they don't do a sample to now. No sign of the see statistics people there right now. And if they notice, say, even the figures the way they carry it, how then they ring ES, is very, very, very queer. Really, really definitive, and we know they get no clear tools as to checking exactly whether what they use now the south and southeast now the same than they use now the north and northwest. So the extent that we don't communicate to statistics, say the corporation and the teams then when they deploy now the north and northwest, then so small to the extent that they're not able to do this work within the time frame, and the work within the north and northwest area very slow. We don't bring her back to the attention of the moral guarantors. And that all the way to the scene, a calculated ploy by the government for get what we call political gerrymandering. And from the current results we don't come up from the south and southwest is so huge that we are afraid if that particular census, if they continue with this same secrecy, if it will be nationally accepted. Because don't forget, then they can use me and you too with money, with taxpayers' money. And the money that we fund donors, then they give we. Then they can put on statistics. If statistics continue this work in this kind of manner, and get what we call that general acceptability, all the money we don't put, they don't go in vain as it go in vain in 2021. So we don't bring that again to the attention of the moral guarantors. In only stop there. We don't only bring to the moral guarantors, say, we say Chadu they get what we call a parliamentary oversight committee where they checkmate the excesses or provide oversight for ECSL. As of this point, the minority leader in the parliament say, from where he writes the Speaker of Parliament, they not even acknowledge in letter or even tell and say, okay, this letter was sent to me, Kamala consider how they go about it. To the extent that he said, the Speaker say, as far as in concern, the only time it can realize if there is anything called agreement of national unity or tripartite recommendation on social media.
The Speaker?
Speaker of Parliament.
So the speaker now aware of that.
He say exact words of the Speaker say the only time he can realize say there is an agreement of national unity or a tripartite recommendations that social media come across them.
From where you get that information there?
Hey, Brandon, the Speaker, say that from the Speaker.
In which podium?
It in a social media, they all over.
Now during the time we meet with
the
minority leader.
No, you don't meet right now, so with the moral guarantors.
And they tell them?
That's what he say, they all over.
Okay, let me go back to what I put forward to the moral guarantors. It be the bullet 4. Yeah, continue.
So we continue forward again for say we want to see how we get a clear PPLC meetings with political parties, legion committee meetings, a clear definition how we can go about them. The security sector, we want to see how elections management go look like. A clear, definitive elections management roadmap. In only stop, they want to see a credible voter register. All these things that will make you build confidence into your people as you go to the elections.
Okay.
So, I mean, so many things that were put before them. It was clear, distinct, clear roadmap, and give them everything.
Okay.
To the extent that we even go further. And the mayor of Freetown even communicates, say, the meetings of the tripartite committee, then so small that you cannot expect a committee that is composed to roll out 80 plus 4 recommendations for meet only once or twice in every quarter. And so all these things we don't put across to them, but let me just land quickly. They don't take them. They go back and go meet government. Say, this is what we have gathered from the opposition. And after that, the APC negotiating team don't meet again yesterday with the same moral guarantors now, together with government. And this time around, the person who represents government are the current vice president of the republic. And at the telling her safely, say those engagements are beginning to look very, very successful. They are beginning to look very, very productive. They are beginning to look as if we are going to have a fine, what we call a win-win situation. So, I am not provoking what the outcome will look like. But as of yesterday, we are beginning to see that there is somebody who is again at the helm of affairs representing government that's a bit level-headed, that's a bit matured in mediating, and it represents government appropriately and adequately. So, not like somebody who can just can sit on a table tell you all kind of forward.
So the chief minister in for meeting with the opposition at parliament, we don't say any meet with the chief minister. We anything get for count. We get for do with this recommendation here or sit out and talk. Now don't meet face to face with the vice president and serve the moral guarantors them. So waiting on a makeup of meeting with the vice president, when I prefer meeting with her now than the chief minister.
So to some extent, I think say the level of maturity where the vice president they show enormous is sufficiently satisfactory, as opposed to when you meet with the chief minister and the kind way he can talk to people. You see some amount of maturity and discipline between the two people. When the vice president they sit and you negotiate with him, you see some vast differences between when you sit with the chief minister.
So I'm be meet with the chief minister. We say
it's all over in public domain. For my chief minister refer to uphold political party, the APC say unprogressive, call parliamentarians unprogressive, use demeaning words to them. You don't sit with such a person for discuss serious business.
So no longer they negotiate with the chief minister on behalf of the government.
We don't make it clear.
So
we are saying.
Is it that the chief minister don't be replaced totally by the vice president?
No, I cannot say that. That is completely left in the hands of the government. The government now know who that then want sent to we. If at first then sent to we chief minister, now they say it don't feel say it necessary for make them send to we the second gentleman of the republic. I think that is very, very appreciable from the president of the republic, President Julius Maada Bio.
So now commend the president for that.
Yes, I will say that. I respect the president for that. And that signals that indeed President Bio is a listening president at this material point. That indeed when we say we no one meet with the chief minister, he listen to we and give we an option for meet with the second gentleman. That's, you see me, I always say this. For me, politics is not really about APC-SLPP. Politics is really about integrity and putting service first before self. So for me, I always give you your flower when it due you. If waiting president don't do so, nobody in reasonability go say what the president do so is not appropriate. Except you've been very wicked to your very self. But for make the president listen when the APC say, "Pa, we want meet with you. But if we're not able to meet with you, you can give any other possible, we don't want meet with chief minister."
So the president now listens to.
He listens to that. This particular one, he listens. And I'm very certain that now that we don't send an immediate assistant, immediate deputy, when at the vice president of the republic, haven't gone these thorough deliberations, we are going to make a very.
What if perhaps maybe the chief minister they on another government engagement we're making able for show up in the meeting won't again?
All that is left to the government.
If he come back on the table, I
have nothing against. I said it here.
No, if he come back on the table, APC will continue dialogue with him.
I am not against the decisions of the government.
If chief minister come back on the discussion table,
if it pleases the president back and say no, I am withdrawing the vice president. Let the chief minister come back on the negotiation table. It is from the government. We have no control over that. But we're just saying, for the interest of peace, and don't forget, this is mediation. There's a distinction between an arbitrator and a mediator. This what they do, the moral guarantors are just basically mediators. They are not arbitrators. They're not there at the end of the day levy what we call an award. What then they do, now mediation, then they go and everybody, every party, they accept at in your behest. You understand? There's no punitive measures in this particular activity we are undertaking. Where a completely different and distinct had it been an arbitration, where we would appoint an arbiter who gets that powers of coercion, that at the end of the day, it a listener, and it give rulings.
So before we can take some messages inside the program, AKK, meeting with the moral guarantor, you don't meet with una don't meet face to face with government and the moral guarantor. They according to una please the kind way where the vice presidents don't handle. I mean, no, don't start. So una don't start. So una please with them and the APC parties have been pull press release for talk about that the face to face meeting una don't.
Yes, I sent it to you. Right?
Yes. So with all this meeting una don't get and we they foresee APC return back to governance?
Let us not reach under it.
Okay.
Let us see first how yesterday, I tell you, what are the talk about now, how yesterday looked like. Yesterday was very successful. And we look forward because we mediation team, they continue engagement again today. Unfortunately, the moral guarantors, they don't extend their stay.
Okay.
They will have left on Sunday, but they say they go there back from until Monday. So that is beginning to tell you positive, fruitful deliberations are ongoing. Yeah. So from yesterday, the moral guarantors, they don't tell we mediators, they say, hey, wait a second. We are now going to extend our stay till Monday.
So it's successful because we are the foresee for
like
the removal of Edmond Alpha?
The vice president...
Is it because we are the foresee for the removal of Edmond Alpha?
That's what the APC wants.
So I make it the term and say successful because...
No, I am not saying that. In fact, let me say this very clear. If President Bio, as he listens to me so now, because I know he listens to 98.1 very religiously, in wisdom, advise Edmond Sylvester Alpha for resign. That the best gift he don't give Sierra Leoneans. He don't give this country peace and quiet.
We're not ready for take anything less than the removal of Edmond Alpha.
We are negotiating.
So with this, the AG says the president not go back and not appoint and can reverse some more weight in Duam in line with the 1991 Constitution.
You don't take pandis Woko. You don't take pandis. And you know if President want Duam, we get one thing we can talk in English that there are different ways to skin the rat or to skin the cat. You understand? If President Bio want Duam, he has the way to go about it. And I will tell you, a Duam with Abbas Bundu, a Duam with the Chief Justice, a Duam with Adi Macaulay, a Duam with the Ombudsman, a Duam with different people. The names are endless. A Duam with Lara Taylor Pierce. The list is endless.
So if the moral guarantor go, we go still see APC continue the negotiation with government as the vice president who not happy with her.
You know why you want Kemi go Wusa will not reach it? I tell you, say as from yesterday to Wusa with Team Absuna, yeah, we depend do fine.
Okay.
You know what did happen today? Till the day they end, wallahi, I don't know it. But as of when the moral guarantors don't come, till to yesterday, we depend do fine. And I get the belief, say, before then they go, we do get a very, very fruitful deliberation.
So now been talk around anything of returning back to Parliament.
Yeah, that thing at the table. In fact, that thing at the table, that is very clear. Then at the table as to why all APC elected officers for go back and take up their duties. It is on the table. And that is seriously on deliberation. And I'm very certain we will get a very, very good position on that.
Okay, continue for the program. Now inside the program, let's follow read some messages that we don't come. For Macton and New Englandville, they say, I agree with the APC on saying the tripartite recommendation is not a gentleman agreement. It's a mutual and seal agreement. Majority of what was agreed on has been done. Governments have given the backlog. They have released political prisoners. They have dropped all political related and non-related cases, including the mayor of Freetown case, which is corruption.
This other personal Facebook page, when Alamin Denke, they say government and functionaries were insincere to implement the tripartite recommendations over 2 years after signing the agreement is an insincerity of purpose.
This one from Joe Pesima, they say, good morning, 98. He said to correct barrister AKK, this is not a routine visit. The APC boycott complainers to the moral guarantor and accused the chief minister of not meeting their chief negotiator. The moral guarantor met with the chief minister and he agreed to meet with APC, a tripartite steering committee meeting the boycott. It was at the meeting with the moral guarantor that the chief minister informed them that the lifespan of the committee is about to end and the moral guarantor should come and do a review of the work done and decide whether the steering committee should shut down or extend its lifespan. So this is not routine, it was planned.
This other person also on our Facebook page, Fudi Darami Kabakai, they say, you are saying you respect the constitution, but why did you guys sack your vice president by then and remove the elected mayor of Kono?
From Ishmael Locking on Facebook page, they say, if the government is paying attention to political statements, why they are ignoring the tripartite legal agreement?
This other person are super caps for the Kaba Insef now with Facebook page. They say on the issue of visiting delegation of international moral guarantors, Sierra Leoneans may want to know the follow-up assessment on the status of implementation of the agreement for national unity. If the chief minister is saying 100% of the agreement has been implemented, let the moral guarantors acknowledge that fact and declare to Sierra Leoneans so all parties will be satisfied.
This one from Tijan M. Kaikai on our Facebook page say, Mr. AKK, if the international moral guarantor did not meet your demand, what will be the party next step?
This other person again on our Facebook page, they say the VP is now handling the negotiation instead of chief minister because he had blundered a lot of time on the implementation of the tripartite recommendations, mostly due to his political intent as he is more selective. We hope to see progress and stability soon.
This one from Amara Farmer on our Facebook page, they say, good morning, Radio Democracy. APC, please go to Parliament. You guys are representing the people of Sierra Leone in the House of Parliament. You guys know the president have the right to appoint the elected commissioner. So please, guys, go back to Parliament and work for the people.
This person, the final one, I will take. Represent President Biona so that one not too clear.
Okay, well, AKK, go listen to some of the messages and plenty then on the Facebook page. You will respond to it.
Genuinely speaking, I repeat again to the last message. Say Chief Minister go talk in a economic Twitter. I don't think I deny that one day. I just try to say President Bill sent for we the vice presidency will meet Twitter. And I believe say the vice president also distinguish himself say indeed there's a difference between capacity. That's what I have said here, and I am responsible for these statements. It don't show capacity, it don't show maturity, it don't show say indeed he knows how to mediate and how to represent government. That he has done yesterday when meeting with him. So if again the president in wisdom he choose back say when chief minister return back, make it instead and make the vice president withdraw back, that's the sole decision of the president. I have no control over that. You understand? The other person say, APC will try to turn back na parliament. Wallahi, you want to turn back na parliament? No. Because the people they want from will continue to work for them. But equally, in as much as the people they want from will continue to work for them, we want to work for them as against their interest. Why make we come on a parliament now? The interest of the people that we seek. Because any attempt for make you get Edmund Sylvester Alpha at the helm of affairs, you get the likelihood for plunge this country into chaos. So we the APC say, before that go to again for Popo, you allow and take go inside Poto. We don't go allow you go inside Poto. We go stop panoramic, you know, go inside because now we go for Popo. You understand? So the other person they say, no, make it correct, AKK. Say it's not a routine visit. I think say for the best of me, yes, I don't teach English in university. And waiting a routine visit na something where they say no to one of them. And I think see the records that out there say Dr. Fatoumata Tumbajan, former vice president of the Republic of the Gambia. If I not lie, we don't interface with and through during this mediation at the third time this. First, I meet her when we come for the agreement of national unity. Second, we can focus assess whether we did implement them, and this is the third time it don't come. So when you say routine, simply means that's something we they do. We they do for like we get something like say it depend I go they come move and go they can check as to how you they go about and how they go about. So I don't understand what that person they really try for say, but again, I've been a teacher in my life, so I can still use this opportunity for teaching. So when they say routine, that's something to one-off thing. And even like after we it don't go so back, like we don't cancel, anything we get for make up now, whatever the conclusion is, if it get for need again for make it come back later, it will still come back, the delegation will still come back, and subsequently. So that's what we mean by routine. And again, I talk about in my presentation, say, given the fact that this is not a routine visit, it equally can makes us with the fact say it just can meet up APC back don't come on a parliament because of A, B, and Z. So the other person will say, AKK, we need for make una know say this country it belongs to we all, and I don't believe say from what I don't see I don't talk party politics. For me, yes, me na APC, unapologetically APC, uncompromisingly APC, unremorsefully APC. But one thing we know they ever cloud my thought process. Now for make I put APC before Sierra Leone. I will never do that. And again, fundamentally, me na person will not ever believe in tribal bigotry. Because one, me na a northern Papa Soso, Mama Temne, but then born me na Mende Shabro land, Bond Island. I grew up in Bond Island. I schooled in Bond and Bow. So for me, there's nothing like regionalism in Sierra Leone. There's nothing like tribalism in Sierra Leone. There's nothing about sectionalism in Sierra Leone. For me, we're all Sierra Leoneans. In fact, they become more comfortable when I did a Bow and Bond as opposed to when I go to Cambia or Tonkolili.
So,
so for me, it's Sierra Leone. It's not.
As we round up the program now, if President's bill with all the engagements they are then dialogue, if you know, if then go still more again, so then go still become still Edmond Sylvester Alpha still be as a chief electoral commissioner waiting next for the APC.
The APC will make the position very clear. But one thing that they say, you know, that at this point we are now, I will tell you safely that the negotiations as of when they started to yesterday, they are productive, they are positive, and they are forward-looking.
Okay.
But however, let us wait until when the negotiations are done and the APC political party, you see, yesterday several meetings they would not furnish the public, say, we don't get fruitful deliberations, but we're not going to give a conclusive report yet because we're not done it. But the sooner we done, we can for holistically how the negotiations go, how the engagements go, and what we achieve.
So in your words, productive, forward-looking at this stage, APC will meet with the president?
Yes, I still believe that meeting the vice president is a bold step, but again, further meeting with the president will crown it all.
Okay.
Because we want to tell the person, you remember say you don't work for this country. You remember say, you are the only person we don't fortunate for rule this country 310. You don't rule this country 310, but 210 significantly. One, you wear uniform, now you don't wear uniform again. And one thing where you lack in this country, where you always don't talk, that you want peace in this country. You believe in peace. President Biono go ever one left salon in Sonko. This has always been my watchword, my mantra. President Biono go ever one left salon in Sonko. So with the APC, they say, if you left Edmond Alpha at the end of affairs, why you left this country in Sonko? Your legacy, no go stand. So this is our position.
So finally, what will be a message to una supporter them at this stage now, as soon as they meet with the moral guarantee for them, for them to keep calm and continue for listening to waiting they come out from the party.
We supporters they always don't believe in the leadership of this party, and they will continue for telling and say, do ya when I believe in Alhaji Minkailu Mansare, when I believe in Ambassador Usman Fudi and Sane, lawyer Lansana Dumboya, CDI, Tunis, et al. Say indeed the leadership is trustworthy, is upright, and then they put the interest of Sierra Leone first and equally that of the APC membership.
Okay.
However, significantly,
and
I can make them realize say the APC is about to start again the rerun of the ward elections and subsequently the constituency elections will be scheduled for the 16th of next month.
Okay.
All the things being equal, Let we continue to hold peace and believe in the leadership of the APC.
Plenty thank you to you, Abdul Karim Kamara, member APC publicity team, for joining the program this morning.
It's a pleasure being
We
here.
hope for the get you frequently.
So much, Mr. Jallo.
Okay, thank you so much, and we appreciate the fact that you may come to the studio this morning once again. Well, also the program we're going to for today. Plenty thank you to the production team, Usman Kamara and Theodore Arena, produce the program with support from Kabia, we self presenter this morning. We want to say thank you to the entire production team and self, DJ Kman and Mary Kamara Bangwa from Green for watch me live on our Facebook page. So to meet again, we bring you this program this morning. Your name Nachimo Dorade say Juma Mubarak.
And Kabia, we say continue to listen to this fine frequency.